Good afternoon and welcome to the Inspiring Inking Facebook page and the Inspiring Inking YouTube channel. I'm Amanda Fowler. Today's Tuesday, the 4th of October. I hope you are keeping well. Can we just have a quick sound and light check? I have a new microphone. So I'm hoping today I don't sound like a Dalek. But if you could kindly let me know if everything is working okay and if you can hear me and see me clearly. So let's have a look. I'm just going to pop over to Facebook and then quickly into YouTube just to make sure I'm where I should be. Yeah, looks like I am. Hi, Karen. Thank you. Hooray! We are good to go. For you. Look. Do you want to see my new microphone? I'm just a little bit excited. I bet you can't guess what color it is. Do you want to see? Look. Look at that. It's enormous. Can I just say it's huge. But the sound seems pretty good. I did quite a lot of testing with it this morning. So I've just got to get used to where it is on the table and stuff, because you know how messy I am when I'm crafting. And you know, it's got a big solid base on it. So we'll see. That and my cup of tea. There's no space for anything else. So how are we all? It has definitely turned to autumn here in Hampshire. I know my friends across the world, Aussies and New Zealanders are going into their spring. And North America, Canada, you guys are going into what you call fall. So yeah, it's getting a bit chilly. I've resorted to wearing socks again. So I've got my cardigan on. But it's raining. Hooray! I'm so grateful for the rain. We need a rain every day for weeks to get everything back to where it was, fill up our reservoirs and the rivers and so on. So yeah. So how are we? What were you up to at the weekend? We had quite a busy weekend. We were doing quite a lot of gardening, clearing out the greenhouse and taking the bean poles down and weeding, which just seems to take forever. Yeah, lots of weeding and a tip run. That's always exciting. For those of you that aren't from the UK, it's our rubbish dump, I guess. But here in Hampshire, you have to book a slot and you have to have a registered car and you're only allowed to take certain things. And yeah, so it's like an afternoon outing because it takes forever to get it sorted out. Then I made some blueberry cake. Very good. Blueberry loaf cake. It should have been blueberry and lime. Didn't have any lime, so it's blueberry and lemon. Very tasty. And my my master chef, my Australian master chef obsession continues. I'm now on 2021, so I don't want to know. La 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 la. I don't want to know what happens. But I'm right at the beginning of 2021, so I don't know. I think there's about 45 episodes. And then obviously I've got 2022. So I'll have probably caught up by the time we get to 2023. And obviously it's Bake Off tonight. It's Tuesday. Bake Off. So yeah, my life is full of cooking programs and baking programs. So let's see. Goodness me, there's a lot of people here today. Hooray. So Karen's here, Lorraine, Jen. She's saying the sound is perfect. Yay. Hi, Michelle and Sue. She's saying sounds good too. Lisa's here. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Marion's here. It's nice and warm in Perth. That's good. Good morning, Valerie from Florida. Thanks for the love for my microphone. Are you guys okay? I know we asked last week, but you know, storms and hurricanes and things have a habit of going places that they weren't supposed to be going. Hello, Maureen and Margaret and Anne. Jan's here. Margaret's resorted to socks as well. I know, it's rubbish. Actually, I bought some tights. That is like I don't know. So there is a tale with that. I've got some, I don't know, midi dresses and maxi dresses that I want to wear in the winter with some chunky boots. That's kind of my plan because I live in trousers. I wear trousers all the time. Not really a fan of skirts, but I do like my maxi dresses. And obviously I wear them in the summer, but in the winter, if I want to wear them, then obviously I need something else on my legs because it's too chilly. So I've ordered some snag tights, SNAG. And they come in like all kinds of sizes for curvilicious people. That's what they write on their website, for curvilicious. Are you curvilicious? Yes, I am curvilicious. What a lovely word. So Kim, my daughter Kim, recommended them as good tights. So I've ordered some. So I'll keep you posted if you're interested. So I ordered several different deniers and some merino wool because we all know we love a bit of merino. So I'm hoping that they're going to keep my legs nice and warm wearing my maxi dresses in the summer. Marion's here. Anne's here. Oh, Chris is saying it's more like 60 episodes for each series of MasterChef. Australian MasterChef. Don't tell Brian. Good afternoon, Ross. Janet's here for a little bit. She's got a friend visiting. That's good. And Donna's here as well. No, you're not late, Donna. You are perfectly on time. Okay. So do let me know in the comments what were you up to at the weekend? Tell me what you were doing. Let me fish my tea bag out of my tea. I didn't have time to actually make the tea before I came upstairs. So yeah. So the other thing that is madly happening at the moment, some of you will be excited about this, is the kits for the retreat. So the big pizza boxes to put all your goodies in have all been made and everything is getting packed bit by bit. So it will be going in the post in the next few days. So it will be ready for you a week on Friday, which is very exciting. I love Christmas retreat. So so we've got lots of good things going. Oh, Donna's saying daylight savings has started. So your clocks have gone forwards or backwards, whichever way it is. And she's a bit out of whack. Yeah, I know. Ours will go back the tail end of October, so another 2 or 3 weeks. And I know that normally in October, all of my international friends, we all try, the timings all change, don't they? So I think our timing, we go backwards. So we go back an hour. Obviously, everybody goes back an hour, but we go back and then America goes back and Canada goes back, but Australia's already on and it's all a bit crackers. Okay, so talking about crackers, there are so many things going on with Stampin' Up right now that I needed a list so I'd remember everything. So the first thing to say is, oh my goodness, welcome Ireland. Yay! Welcome Belgium. Yay! So in Europe now, you can shop with me and join my team if you are in the UK, Ireland, France, Germany, Austria, the Netherlands, and Belgium. 7 countries. It's very, very exciting. So should you wish to shop or join with me from any of those countries, send me an email, pop over to my blog. Let me just put my blog details up. inspiringinking.com. You can shop now. And if you're shopping from outside of the UK, there's a little flag top left-hand corner, and you just click on it and you click for whatever country you're from and whatever language you want. So for instance, for my Belgian friends, you can shop in French or German or Dutch. So, you know, pick the language, pick the flag, and then you can do all your shopping. So that is the first piece of amazing news. So that started today. The other amazing, amazing bit of news, and you need to go and shop now. Not now. It's free shipping today. So if your order is over £60, you do not pay for postage. If your order is over £60, you will get November's craft along or a free gift from me, whichever you choose, because the qualifying order is a £45 order, so you are well above that. So you get free shipping, which is an awesome deal, and you get a craft along. You need to go shopping now. Well, not now, in about an hour. Write yourself a note. We were talking about this earlier with my team about the fact that in front of my computer, I leave myself notes. So this morning's note, and hi to Mina. I know she watches, but she can't always comment. I had an order to place for Mina and it qualified for free shipping. So I had it listed out on my computer. So when I got up this morning, it was the first thing that I did. So my other plan is if there's something else to do with the house, my notes go next to the kettle because I don't do anything before I've had a cup of coffee. So we put the filter machine on, which is next to the kettle. So notes of important things to do in the morning always go by the kettle. Right. So going back to the free shipping, you need to place your order before UK time, before 10 to 11 tonight. So because we are Stamping Up Europe, everything works on European time. So it'll be midnight in Europe as opposed to midnight in the UK. Donna's just saying, she's just put in an order. So obviously our friends in Oz are a little bit ahead. Yeah, Donna, it's evening with you, isn't it? So she's just put in an order. Yeah, so don't forget, but don't leave me and the crafting friends now to go and place your order unless you're going to be really quick. Stay here with us. So there are 2 new things. For demonstrators, we've got a pre-order of some sneaky peek things that I'm very excited about that you guys will get to see in the next couple of weeks. So what can I tell you? You need to be a demonstrator, which leads me to the next awesomeness that is going on. So from now until the end of October, if you join my team of inspiring inkies, you can join for £99 and you will receive £154 worth of products of your choice. So Stampin' Up isn't picking what you get in your kit. You pick what is in your kit. So let me just say that again. Let me just add the value up for you there. So it's £99 and you get £154 worth of products. It's £55 additional products. There's no postage to pay. But for me, the value is way more than the £55 extra. It's the community, it's the crafting, it's the people, it's the sneak peeks, it's the ongoing discount, it's the events. There is this whole package of stuff. I'm so excited. That comes with being a demonstrator and being part of my team. And every time I talk about this, I say this every time. I don't know why I have customers. I don't understand why everybody just doesn't join. I appreciate that it isn't for everybody. But as far as maximizing your value, joining is absolutely the best thing. And to answer the question that I get asked most often is, I only want to buy stuff for me. Is that allowed? Yes, it is. You don't have to sell to anybody if that isn't the thing that you want to do. If it is, and you want to gather with your friends and do a bit of crafting together and sell some things, and that's awesome. And if you want to build a business, that's awesome. But you get to decide what you want to do. And yeah, it's absolutely up to you. And a lot of my team, there's a lot of my team here chatting away with us today. A lot of my team are their own best customer. And in many cases, they are their only customer. And they are happy as part of the team, and they are welcome to be with us as part of the team. So it is absolutely fine to do whatever you want to do. But as always, if you want to chat to me about it or send me some questions, or, I can give you a call, whatever. Amanda@inspiringinking.com. Let me know what kind of questions you've got. But that offer runs from now all the way through till the end of October, which is brilliant. And for anybody who is going to join from Ireland or Belgium, as well as that incredible deal, you also get the opportunity to either attend our convention in Vienna or have the online content for our convention in Vienna. So there's a kind of an additional Brucey bonus should you wish to join from Belgium or Ireland as well. Phew. So that's 3 exciting things going on. But there's more. I need to have a slip of my tea first, though. Let me just go back to the comments. Oh, Donna, it's 20 past midnight in Oz. Yeah, so Donna her clocks have gone forwards. Yes. Yeah, because we go backwards, you go forwards, because you're going into spring and we're going into autumn. Yeah, it's very, very confusing. Hi, Judith. Okay. So the next things that I need to show you are 2 new kits. So I've got to try and figure out how to do the screen sharing. Da, da, da. So let's go. Ooh, I'm having to move my microphone. Okay, so I am hoping that you can see a little tiny teeny picture of me and a new kit called the Christmas Gifting Kit. Can you let me know? That's what I think you should be able to see. This is a kit that you make 9 gift tags, and they've also got gift card holders. So let me just show you a different picture. So out on the bottom left hand corner, you can see there are these little tiny envelopes, and they go on the back of the gift tag, so you can put you know, the kind of credit card gift cards in there. But there's also a really, really lovely stamp set as well. And obviously you get an ink pad. So that is really cool. And then, so let's just stop sharing that one. And then let's share the next one. And this is the one that I'm so excited about. This is the birthday card organizer kit. It's £24. You get the folder, which is where you keep all of your cards, and you get the makings of 12 cards as well. So super cool. So it's cool as a gift for a friend who makes cards, because you can give it to them as a gift, as a gift for them to make. But what about all of those people that you know who send cards but don't necessarily make them? I've talked about this a lot because we card makers make a lot of cards. What you do with the cards, you send them. And what I do with a lot of my cards, because obviously I make duplicates of all sorts of things, is I often package them up and give them as gifts, because then people have got a stack of handmade cards to give to friends and family. So I've ordered mine already. I've ordered 2 for now, but I think I'm going to be putting in another order later today, when I've just checked on my card stock levels. And that is the beauty of having a free shipping day, is just double checking things like your card stock. You know, do you have enough white card? Do you have enough card for making your Christmas cards? Do you have the right ink? Do you have a re-inker? Do you have enough glue? You know, these are all the things that I check before I get my order in. But one of the kits, what I'm actually going to do is I am going to open the kit. I'm going to make the cards, assemble the kit fully, and then gift it as a completed project. So I'm actually getting the gift of making it and the enjoyment of making it, but actually the person who's receiving it is also having a lovely gift too. So let me just show you. Ooh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Hang on. So let's see. I'm hoping that you'll be able to see that. Yeah, I've made it bigger. So you can see, look at the beautiful images on these cards. It's just really, really pretty, and lovely envelopes and everything. So really cool. So there we go. So many things. I told you, so many things going on. So last week, I talked about envelopes, and I said that I was going to share with you how I make envelopes to fit random sized cards. So we had I had a message from Peggy who wanted to know how to make an envelope for a 6-inch square card. If you remember, we made them the never ending card, and she wanted to make an envelope for that. And we often make, or I often make, random sized cards to be able to send. And obviously, you can put it in a bigger envelope. You can put it in an A5 envelope or an A4 envelope. But actually, a lot of the time, you want something that is going to fit nicely. And maybe you want to decorate the envelope or use some pretty patterned paper, whatever. So I'm going to show you. I have 3 different ways of making envelopes. So I'm going to show you all of them. Now, for those of you that work in centimeters, I currently don't have the measurements for these in centimeters. Basically, because my brain works in inches and I have to sit down and work through the maths. So I promise I will do that. And I'll either do like a little short video. And what I might do is that's probably the best way actually to do another short video with the same information but in centimeters. But the way that like I said, my brain just works in inches, which is crazy because when I was at school, they taught us in centimeters. But I think it's because we've talked about this before. I think it's because when I started paper crafting, we worked with 12 by 12 paper. So it wasn't 30.5 centimeters, it was 12 by 12. So that's what we worked in, and I worked in inches. Okay, so all of these ways of making envelopes are just measuring. There's a little bit of maths involved. So, be aware. You're going to have to do a bit of measuring, do a bit of adding up, and you're going to need a ruler. But it's not difficult. And once you've learned the principle of how to do it, it's easy. But what you can do is you can just make templates as well, because that makes it easy as well. Okay. So, Sue's just put, why did Stampin' Up stop selling their envelope maker? I know, Sue. So I get asked this an awful lot about all sorts of different products. Why has Stampin' Up stopped selling X? And invariably, it's because it's not selling. So with the envelope maker, lots of people had them. And obviously, you're only purchasing it once. So unless you've got new people coming in and purchasing it, that's why it kind of falls off the list. So if you've got an envelope maker, that's awesome. Use that. But as Sue's put in her message, unless the card's too big, you can't use the envelope board. So what I've been finding is the maths that I've got to show you, the ways I've got to show you, you will find it's easy to do it for these bigger cards. So last time I asked for some measurements. So if you can put in the comments if you've got some odd sized cards, then pop the sizes in the comments, and I'll see if I can make an envelope for that size. I've got different sizes of papers and things, but I just want to show you the 3 techniques first, and then if we've got time at the end, then I'll make another couple of different sizes. Right, so let's try. Ooh, let's try. Oh dear, hang on. Stop that. No. Right. Okay. So you can see my enormous microphone. Let's move that out of the way. Let's go to solo layout and let's see. Okay. So can you see me still? And can you hear me still? Because the microphone's in a different place. So Roz is saying, am I making echoes back? Hang on, hang on. Okay. Has the echo gone? Hopefully it has. Yeah, so Roz, this is the card that I made last week. So yes, I am making a card. No, making an envelope to fit this card. Right. Okay. So hold on. Okay. So the first way of making an envelope is to use an existing envelope as a template. So this is the most simple way of doing anything, is using something that's existing. So for instance, I've just got a standard Stampin' Up envelope here for an A6 card. Now, if you've got like an A5 card or something like that, you quite often find that, you know, your catalogs and your spam email, spam letters and stuff, you know, promotional literature, that kind of stuff comes in envelopes. Save your envelopes and do exactly what I'm going to do here, which is tear it apart. So obviously you can do this much more delicately than I am doing. But there you go. There's your template. So you can either stick that onto a piece of cardboard, like the backing, like a cereal packet or the backing of a pack of patterned paper, and cut it round. Or you can take your ruler and measure it and take the measurements. Okay? And that is the most easy, straightforward way of making an envelope, or making a template for an envelope. And you'll see in a minute that this shape is one of the most common shapes that I make. Okay, so that's the first thing. So, you know, from a tiny 3x3 or a DL or an A5, whatever, use what's existing. Very easy. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is, let's work on squares. Okay, so if you have a square card, and it doesn't matter what size square you have, So this one, I'm going to do this one because this is the 6-inch square, and this is what Peggy asked for. So this is a 6-inch square, and I'm using this to make my template. So what you want to do is you make your template the same size as your card, and you're going to put in a set of diagonal lines. So you're going to go, let me just bring it up so you can see. You're going to go corner to corner, corner to corner. Okay. And what you want to measure, have I got a darker pen? I'll just go over the pencil line a bit stronger. What you're going to measure is this measurement here. So you're going to go from one corner to the center. So you want to measure that bit. So that bit measures 4 inches from there to there. And you add that 4 inches to the card size. So the card size is 6 inches. So the total is 10 inches. Now this way of making an envelope only works with a square card. Okay. So we need a 10-inch piece of card or paper. Now, whatever you decide to make your envelope out of, cardstock or paper, I would say very much depends on what you've got on that piece of card or paper. Of what you've got actually on the card itself. So if you've got lots of embellishments and delicate things, go with cardstock. If it's quite a flat card, then go with paper. Now, I know when you look at a patterned paper, sometimes, so like this patterned paper, for instance, sometimes this is quite busy. So you can't really write an address on this paper, but you could just stick a square of white paper onto this paper for your address, or you could use this side instead, and then that's quite easy to write on with like a black marker. So I'm just going to cut this to 10 inches. And then show you how to make the envelope. Okay, so this is Sahara sand. So you've got your card or your card template, and you've got your piece of cardstock or paper. You want to turn it so it's a diagonal like that. And then this piece is going to go on the top. Now, this now depends on how perfect you want your envelope to be. If, like me, you are happy to just fold gently and you want this point to go just over that center point there, and you can fold gently like this, you can do that. If, however, you want it to be exact, what you can do is you can measure from here to the edge. So that is 4 1/4. Oh, and that is 3 3/4. So if I move it to 4, it'll be 4 on both sides. And then when I fold it over, it will be even each side. Okay, so I've just gently put that scoring in, and I bet I haven't brought, did I bring this? Oh, yes, I did. Brought my scoreboard, my bone folder. So I'm just going to reinforce that both sides. Now, open it up and you can see you've got a little gap either side. And then we're going to do the same top and bottom. Now here, these pieces here are like double thickness. So just be aware of that as you're folding it over. Like so. And then you're just going to do exactly the same with the last piece. Okay. So I then take this out, and what you can do then is reinforce these score lines. And because this is cardstock, spend the time doing that. Okay. Now the way I'm going to put that pink bit in again because you can see better. The way I always make these square envelopes is I put the two side bits in first and overlap them. Oh, my glue's not coming out. It does not want to play today. Hang on. Sometimes this happens. Come on. Let's try again. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gluing that little bit down. And then this piece needs to glue down, but be careful because a tiny bit of it goes over the top. So I put the glue on this flap here and then fold that down like so. And then I'm not going to do this because I've hardly got any double-sided tape left. But then what I tend to do is I put double-sided tape along those two edges ready for when I need the envelope. Okay? And then that is your square card. So just to go over it again, let me just show you on a big piece. When you position this in the center, the measurement from here to the edge will be 4 inches because that's what we allowed, or whatever that measurement is there. Okay. So does anybody want me to go over anything to do with the square envelopes? Do you want me just to do another one? I could do another one quickly. Let's see who else is here. Good morning, Kathy Jean. Canada is in the house. Alabama's in the house. Hello, Pat. And thank you. Deborah, thank you. That's so cool. Shall I just quickly do this one with the patterned paper? Yeah, let's do that one. So I don't even know what size this square is. 3.5 inches. So let's score corner to corner. So we just want this measurement here. So that is 2.5. So it's 3.5 inches is the card plus 2.5. So that equals 6 inch. So let's take this patterned paper and get a 6 inch square. So turn it on its diagonal. Put your square in, and if you want it to be perfect, wiggle it around. So that measurement is 2.5. On all 4 sides. Then when you fold it over, fold it so it's not quite buttered up against that. Like there. Over the middle, like so. Up there, like so. And then the last one, like so. Now, if you want to, you can cut these little triangles out. Let me just show you. So you can cut them out. I don't tend to, just because it's an additional step. But if that's what you want to do, you can. So let's pop those 2 there. Where's my glue? Pop that one down. Put glue there. Like so. And then that one's just going to go over the top. Ta-da! Super easy, super cool. Okay. Right. So that's the square ones. Oblong cards are a little bit more tricky. There is maths involved. Not a lot of maths, but some maths. So I've got my measurements here. I'm going to get a piece of paper and my pen. Okay, I'm going to show you the maths. So this card measures 8.5 inches. So the card equals 8.5 inches by 4 1/4 inches. Okay, so this is the card size that we're making. So the maths is you take the length, which is 8.5 inches, and you add 1.5 inches. So that is giving you 10 inches. So when you see the envelope, what happens is there is a fold over flap of 1/2 inch either end. And then there's 1/2 inch to give the card a bit of a wriggle room. So that number doesn't change. You just add that to the length of the card. And then the width of the card is 4 1/4 inches. Now, you have to add 1/2 inch. So that equals 4 3/4 inches. You then need double, because you need a piece of card that covers over one side and a piece of card that covers over the other side. So you need double that measurement that you've got here. So it's 4 3/4 inches plus 4 3/4 inches equals 9.5 inches. And then you add 2 inches for the flap. So you've got enough cardstock that's going to cover the front and the back and overlap. So that equals 11.5 inches. So we want a piece of card that is 10 inches by 11.5 inches. Is this maths making sense? Do let me know in the comments. So the scoring is 1/2 inch on each edge for the length measurement. So that's the length measurement, that's the width measurement. And then we score for 2 inches for the flap. And then this width measurement. And then the width measurement. It's half of the remaining card. Right. It's half of the remaining card. That will make a lot of sense in a second, I promise. Okay, that looks like scary maths. But let's do it together and you'll see it isn't scary maths. Okay, so we need a piece of card that is 10 inches by 11.5. So 10 inches by 11.5. Okay, so when you look at this, you'll be able to see that there's a little bit of width extra here. And if I pull this down, that piece, so that's 1 lot, 2 lots, and you've got extra for a flap. There are no comments. So either my maths has made you run for the hills, or you're all there with pieces of cardstock. Okay. I don't know which one it is. Okay, so this is the 10-inch side. So we're going to score at 1/2 inch from each edge. So 1/2 inch from that edge and 1/2 inch from that edge. If you remember, so let me just get the card. You'll see now that you've got a little bit of gap there and a little bit of gap there. So I'm going to turn it around. We're then going to score at 2 inches. And this is going to make your envelope flap. And then you've got the width measurement, which is this measurement here. So the width of the card, 4 1/4 plus a 1/2 inch. So it's 4 3/4. So we're going to 4 3/4. It is miraculously 4 3/4 from here to here now. So even if your brain can't do the maths, once you've done your 2 inch, all you need to do is fold that card in half. Your brain's hurting. That's all you need to do. Now, well, what we're going to do is we're going to cut the corner sections off each corner. So you're only left with tabs on the middle sections. And then what I suggest you do is just cut off a tiny sliver. Can you see just a little sliver? Just to triangulate that. Lots of concentrating going on. That's why you're being quiet. Okay, so we're just going to reinforce the score lines with the bone folder. You need to do that every time. Now, if you've got a corner rounder, use that to make your edges fancy. We've got a fancy one that can make little fancy edges. I haven't brought it upstairs, but. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put glue on these two flaps here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the card in there just so you can see. Look, it fits perfectly. So you're going to put glue on this tab and glue on this tab, and then you're just going to fold that up. Da, da, da. And that is going to give you a perfect envelope for your card, like so. Ta-da! It's so cool. So look, you see, it's perfect size. Now, I've written this down on a template, and I will put all the information on my blog and down in the description box below. But I recommend that what you do is you just pause me as I go. Honestly, you add 1.5 inches and you add 1/2 inch, and it's so easy, so straightforward. So I'm just going to scroll back because somebody wrote a measurement. So let's have a look. 5 1/4 by 8 1/4. Okay. So I'm just going to, I'll leave that there for a second in case somebody is still needing that measurement. Let me just see. So the card was 8 1/4 by 5 1/4. So the length is 9 3/4. And then the width is 5 3/4 plus 5 3/4 plus 2. Right, so that is 10, 12. So that is 13.5 inches. Now, we don't have paper that is 13.5 inches. So what you need to do is you need to stick some paper together. Okay, so you can either do it with cardstock or you can do it with patterned paper. It doesn't matter. So what I'm actually going to do is I am going to stick, this is like photocopier paper, okay? So you can do this. I would recommend you do this with cardstock, to be honest, because obviously it will work easier. But let's see. So I need 9 3/4, which I've got this way, by 13. Yeah. So I've just stuck 2 pieces of paper together with like an overlap. So let's cut it down. So I want 13.5. And this is the awesome thing about this Stampin' Up trimmer. It goes to 17 inches. So we've got 13.5 by 9 3/4. Now, if you find that you can't cut all the way on your trimmer, then use a pencil and a ruler. And then use your scissors. Okay. So the width is 9 3/4, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch on each side. She says, yeah. So 1/2 inch. Okay, I'll flip it over and do another 1/2 inch. Okay, and if you need to, you can kind of flip it around this way just to get your measurements each time. And then what you need to do is just be aware of where your join is. You don't want your join to kind of be on the front. And your front is where your flap goes down, and then your panel is there. So just kind of be aware of where your join is. So let me just see. We'll go this way. So the next bit is 2 inches. And then if you remember, it's 5 3/4 inches is where the next line is going to be. So that is just here. And then we can fold that up like so. So then we're going to cut these edge pieces off. And you can always double check that the card will fit. I will do that in a second to show you. And then, because I'm aware that we've gone over 3 o'clock. So let's just finalize this. There we go. So then we're going to put glue on here. And obviously it would look so much better if it was cardstock instead of my copier paper, but it will make more sense once it's kind of folded up, and then that piece is folded over and you've got your completed envelope. So the card was 5 1/4, and this envelope is 5 3/4, and the card was 8 1/4, and this is 8 3/4. So this envelope will fit that card. Let's see, we've got lots more new comments. Deborah, that's really cool. Deborah has IKEA Kids drawing paper roll. Not expensive, but good paper. I'm just going to pop that one there. And pop that one there because I think those give you a better representation. Donna makes most of her envelopes using photocopying paper. Roz uses pads of assorted coloured paper from Lidl for $1.99. Deborah's saying, I taught her to make any size box and now any sized envelope. Thank you. Have you checked, Deborah, my any size bags? You need to watch that video as well. My most popular videos. So yeah. So other things that you can use particularly for the bigger cards. You know, I'm all for using patterned paper to make your envelopes. Quite often we have patterned paper in a pack that we don't like every sheet. So, you might find that you can use some of those for your cards. And then, like I said, just if the pattern's too busy, just put a white layer on to write your address or a sticky label. But other things that you can use, particularly for the really big cards, is stick 2 sheets of cardstock together is one option. If you've got something like wrapping paper, so long as it's a good quality heavy wrapping paper works. I use brown paper. You know the brown paper for parcels? I wrap all my Christmas presents in brown paper, and you can stamp on it as well. And I buy it in an enormous roll. It's like 3 foot tall, and it's this kind of size, paper on a roll, and it just lasts for ages and ages. And the more you buy, obviously, the cheaper it is. So that works really, really well. I have a customer who uses wallpaper offcuts. So she uses that for putting her using for big envelopes. Make sure though, if you're using wallpaper, you don't use the pre-glued wallpaper, that you just have to get wet, because if we have a nice rainy day, the envelope will stick to the card. So there you go. Awesome. So I hope you have enjoyed today's craft and chat. 3 ways to make an envelope. So obviously we've got the very actually I'll pop that one down there as well. Dismantle an envelope and use that as a template. The diagonal measurement for a square card, and then for any other size of card, you can do it this way. Now, I appreciate that this is for this way round, and you might want to make an envelope the other way around. You can do that. You just have to flip the 2-inch and the 1-inch measurements. That might make your brain hurt some more. So go with this first, and then I'll show you that again another time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this afternoon. I've had a lovely afternoon. Please remember, you can shop and join with me now if you are in Ireland and Belgium. Hooray! Today, Tuesday, the 4th of October, is free shipping. So please get your orders in. And don't forget to check out those 2 new kits as well. And then finally, the best deal, absolutely best deal, is to join my team right now, and get all the fun, creativity, the community, the events, the ongoing discount, and you get to hang out with me and my team and have absolutely the best team. And you can join for £99 and you get £154 worth of products. If you pop over to my blog, inspiringinking.com, you will find join now links, shop now links, and lots of other creative inspiration. So thank you so much for hanging out with us today, and I will see you all next week. Take care till then. Goodbye.